Hello, blessed. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra. I'm an immigrant nurse working and living in Germany. I want to just, highlight how going through nursing training in Ghana actually saved me, helped me, guided me to become a better nurse here in Germany. Not just a better nurse, but also overcome a lot of challenges and kind of equip me for the whole journey to this point. You all know that I'm a Nigerian, grew up in Nigeria. If you have been watching my videos, you should know that. But if you are new, yes, I'm a Nigerian, grew up in Nigeria until 2012, where I came to Ghana to start my nursing training. Yes. And when I got to Ghana, guys, it wasn't easy at first. Being that as a Nigerian, coming to a different country, a different place, where their culture, their beliefs, their way of life, everything is kind of different from what I'm used to. But I was able to, slowly adapt in the system, get used to, how things are being done there, and then come out of it. And today, I am where I am. So I will talk about the first thing. The first thing that, when I got to Germany, I was able to adapt quickly, or I was able to just, get a hang of it, was the language. What I mean is, I'm not saying the language was just like this, easy for me to learn. But it wasn't a new thing for me that I had to go through the process of learning a new language and, coming across patients or people in my workspace who would tell me that even though they understand English, they would prefer or rather choose not to speak English with me. Yes, I actually met patients who would tell me, oh, yes, I can speak English, I understand a bit, but I'd rather feel comfortable speaking in the German language. I wasn't pissed, I wasn't angry, I wasn't offended because throughout my nursing training in Ghana, when I go for practicals, I come across, patients who only speak the Twi language, the Ghanaian language. And this was so frustrating for me, guys. It was very frustrating at the beginning. Most time I have to get my colleagues to help me interpret or to just tell me what they are saying. And sometimes I get a bit, agitated at the beginning, a bit, frustrated, angry at some point inside, within me, not to the patient. Yeah. I just felt like, okay, you guys should at least help me, meet me at the middle. But to be honest, it's not their fault. I am in their country. So if you want to communicate with the patient, you have to just learn the language. So me going through that in Ghana, me, going through all those hurdles of understanding the language, pushing myself, even though I don't speak Tree fluently. No, I don't. I've even forgotten a lot of Tree by now because of the German language. Yeah. But at that point in time, I had to put myself in the patient's position whereby I am in my country and then a nurse from maybe another country, European country, anywhere comes to my country and you want to talk to me and you expect me to speak to you in the language you understand. How is that possible? So when I begin to think about this, I'm like, okay, it doesn't make sense. I have to understand these people. I have to, understand this patient, understand that everyone would not speak the language I want them to speak because I am in their country. So when I came to Germany and I started facing the replay of everything, I was able to handle it better. Yeah, I was able to, just tell myself, Sandra, you've done this before. You've gone through this before. Understand those people. It is your job to understand this language. It is your job to, learn this language, put this patient first in whatever situation, make sure that you put yourself in the patient's position. So that was how I was able to, go through that phase. And that made me, sit back and try to put more effort in learning the language. And guys, when I think back about it, I don't know if I didn't go to Ghana first to, study and go through all those process. Coming to Germany, yes, I would have adapted. Yes, I would have adapted. But perhaps it would have taken a longer process for me to start processing all these things. Oh, this language, or why it would take me a longer process to just snap out of it and, get on with everything. But the fact that I've gone through this before, but just like a reset button just clicked in me, and I'm like, okay, I've seen this before, I've done this before, I can do it again. That's just one thing that I would say that Ghana really helped me. And another thing I want to point out is the way of life, the beliefs, the culture of the people. So when I came to Ghana at first, it was not easy getting the hang of certain things, which I've shared on my video before. The use of left hands, the certain, things they believe in and all that. When I say it's their beliefs, you're like, oh, what do you mean? Yeah. In my country, use of left hand is also frowned upon and certain things, but just that in Ghana, it's kind of very highlighted, like it's there. Yeah. So when I came, it was like, okay, what's the deal? Why are you guys putting it like here? What's the big deal? Yeah, we it's something that we should learn, and other little things here and there, greetings, this and that. There were just some things that they don't just joke with. And to be honest, at first it was frustrating for me. I'm like, oh God, why all the stress? But at the end of the day, I got to understand that this is their way of life. This is what they believe in. But you have to accept them, understand them, and take it like that. You have to, just conform with the whole thing. If you are in Rome, you have to behave like the Romans. So I had to sack my mind and just, start going with the flow. So when I came to Germany and I saw that, okay, these people here are also, different. Like in the hospital setting where I work, you have to call your boss, by their name. You have to do this. Like, I'm like, okay, hold up. That's not what I'm used to. But the fact that I've gone through this process again in Ghana, whereby I have to change certain things. I have to conform to certain belief. I have to understand that this is the way these people grew up. This is their belief. This is what they've been practicing all their life. So you cannot come and change it. You either just go with the flow or you just hang like that. So I had to go with the flow because my job gets me to deal with people daily. So if I don't accept it or just go with the flow, I'm going to have a problem. Yeah. So that helped me that when I got here, I was like, oh, okay, it's just the same thing, Sandra. This is another country. Psych your mind, psych your brain, start doing it. I remember my boss was like, please, please, please stop calling me Ma. She reminded me this like almost every day for the first 3 months or 4 months I was there. It wasn't just so easy for me to snap. It wasn't easy for me to snap out of it because we are used to the sa, the ma. I think that was the biggest thing that took me time to adapt to it. But I wasn't, shocked about it. I wasn't finding it difficult to accept it. It was just that it is something that I am used to doing for a long time. So my brain, my head, everything was taking time to adapt to this whole new ways. Yeah, but with time, I got the hang of it. And now when I see my boss, I just call her by her name and it's cool, it's good. And also their way of greeting here, you just have to learn how things are being done here. In Europe here, I would say they are more liberal, they are more relax in certain things, but in certain areas, it is not. Yeah, in certain area, it is not. The way whereby in Africa, and maybe you find yourself getting attached to that particular patient, you could even offer to maybe pray with them or just share some of your beliefs with them. And most of the time, these patients will even find it very good. Like they will be happy that you even take that time to pray with them, talk to them, or just have that kind of interest in them. But here in Germany, you dare not try that. You dare not go to a patient's room and then go and be talking about your beliefs, go and be praying, go and be preaching. Sister, when you get to that gate or when you get to the building of your hospital, just keep it at the door, keep it at the, hang it somewhere and move in. Don't bring it in. So in the beginning, I didn't know that. I will see certain patients that I'm getting attached to, and I would be praying for them, not necessarily like loud praying for them, but in my heart, I'll be praying for them because I wasn't sure if it was allowed. So thank God I didn't really do it by telling the patient, oh, do you believe in God? Should I hold your hands? Do you want to pray? But when I'm maybe taking care of the patient, I just pray inside me that, oh God, help this lady, heal her, help this man, heal him. But something in me just told me that, the way this rule is too plenty for this country. Sandra, calm down. Don't go and bet. Don't go and pass your limit. So I didn't really jump at just preaching or sharing my beliefs with them. I always pray inside me, And yeah, and when I get to research or ask questions and find out that, oh, that is even not allowed. So thank God I didn't do that. Yeah. So these are some of the things that helped me. The fact that every country has their own belief, their own culture, their own way of doing things. So you just have to go with the flow, especially when your job has to do with dealing with people. Like in the medical field where we deal with people, you just have to adapt. So I would say going to Ghana really saved me, really helped me adapt quickly here in Germany. It didn't really give me that shock, that, oh, why, oh, what. I didn't question a lot of things. I didn't, feel so shocked, like, okay, what is this? Why this? For those adaptations, it was kind of okay. I get the angle of things. I've done this before. Like, Sandra, let's just keep going. Another thing I would like to highlight is, going to study in Ghana made me see that there are certain things that people don't they don't joke with. They hold it so so dear, like they hold them well. Where I'm coming from, saying please, saying thank you, saying things like that is very, very important. We do it, but we don't hold it so, like, the way Ghanaians hold it. And I've mentioned in my videos before. We know that Ghanaians don't joke with the mipacho, medase, and things like that. And coming to Ghana, at first I was like really, like in everything, you just hear please, 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 please. It's like, take it easy. No, I was wrong. You can't go and be telling people how to how to speak, how to communicate, or change their beliefs, or change what they have been used to for years or practically all their life. So I just got to get used to the system. So when I'm talking to someone, I try to use please a lot. I try to say thank you. I try to use it a lot, which I was doing before I came to Ghana. But like when I got to Ghana, if I was doing it 40-50%, I started doing it 85% of the time, like double of what I was doing back before I got to Ghana. So when I got to Germany, I saw that, oh, saying bitte and saying dankeschön is also like a thing here, like this courtesy thing. Here they will just tell you, oh, bitte kannst du mir helfen, bitte hast du ein Kuli dabei. Like, you just hear bitte, 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 and you're like, okay, chill. And you hear, a lot of, oh, Dankeschön, vielen Dank, Dankeschön, vielen Dank. I'm like, okay. So if you don't know what I'm saying, I'm just saying please and thank you in German language. So when I got here, I wasn't surprised. I'm like, okay, I know this. I've seen it in Ghana. Okay. I already know this. I'm used to this. Okay, let's just continue. Let's just, the only thing we have to switch is the language. Yeah. So that really helped me to quickly just adapt to the fact that, okay, here is the same thing. This is how those people also speak. So for me, it was just like, automatic reset. I just flow with it. It didn't really take me time to get used to that at the workspace, saying it with family, with friends, with everyone. The only difference here I would try to point out is in Africa, we always say, oh, sorry, like sorry for any little thing, whether you are the cause of it or not. But here, don't try it. You only say sorry for something you caused. So let's assume your colleague maybe bumped their head on a wall or hit their feet somewhere, and you're like, oh, sorry. I'm going to look at you and like, why are you telling me sorry? Was that your fault? Yeah, because you didn't bump their head on the wall. You didn't hit them. So why would you say sorry? So that's the only thing that actually, it was a bit difficult for me to adjust to, because when someone hurt themselves, where I'm coming from, we just say sorry. It doesn't matter if we are the cause of it. That shows that you are showing sympathy, you are feeling for the person. But here it means that you are saying it is your fault that it happened, and you are saying sorry. So when someone bump their head or hits themselves, or just injure themselves, which is not your fault, I don't know how to react. I'm like, you can't say I should go. I should go here is like, excuse me, or like when you're trying to want to get attention of someone, you say, well, should go. Should go is just another word. Then I'm sorry is like another word. So you can't say, just say sorry. You can't say should go. So what's that easy word we can just say to someone who hurt themselves and you're not a cause? So it's kind of like, okay, should I just say, you know, yeah, you know, it's a bit dicey with that one. That was the only thing that it was a bit, even till now, I still say sorry sometimes and I get that stare like, Really? Really, Sandra? Sorry for what? Yeah, but I still catch myself doing that, off and on. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I just said it again. Anyway, you already know. Anyway, guys, so I just said let me share this. And I want to just say thank God that I studied in Ghana. Thank God my mom convinced me to go to Ghana to study. I'm so grateful to God that I had that opportunity. I took it, utilized it. And, I was chatting with my friend. Was it? I think I mentioned it before on one of my videos. And then she told me, you know what, Sandra, I'm so proud of you because your own nursing journey has been a very inspiring one. It's one that, like, I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you are able to just pull through it. But she was with me in my nursing school together. We studied together, and she was, also in the same class with me. She saw how I struggled with the language and things like that. And when I got to Germany, I was now struggling with the language again. And she's like, all your nursing life, you had to deal with language. Like, I don't know. You were in Ghana, you were dealing with how to communicate with patients, doing practicals with the tree language and things like that. And now you're in Germany, you are dealing with the language to communicate with patients. It's like, how, like, there have not been that place where you are just, okay, I got it. Like, you don't need to be learning new language. You don't need to be adapting to one thing or the other. So I just give God the glory for the whole, you know, process, for the old changes, for the things I've learned, unlearned. And I just want to say thank you, Ghana, for everything. I'm grateful to God, I'm grateful to Ghana, and I'm grateful to you, all my subscribers, who is always, coming to listen to me. Thank you so much. Even though I know that these days consistency has been like this, but still you guys still show up for me. God bless you all. And please, if you know that you have it in your heart to go to any country to do your nursing program, or to work, please don't shut it down. Don't be scared. Just do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.